We're A-Game, a 100% Black-owned company with an all-natural product and world-class customer service. We're headquartered in California, and we manufacture, package, and ship right here in the United States. We ship to more than 125 distributors worldwide. Normal processing is 2 to 3 days, and we employ virtual tracking until our product is received. So, no matter where you are in the world, here we come, and we're bringing your A-game.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hi. Hello everybody. Did everybody eat well yesterday? Hopefully everybody ate well and they had a good time. Had a relaxing day, a peaceful day. I was actually really good yesterday in terms of food. I tasted a little this, a little that, but I'm more or less stuck to what I'm supposed to eat. I say you eat too much anyway. We don't follow no guidelines about no serving sizes. I know I used to look at packages and be like, that's only a fourth of a cup is a serving size? Who gonna eat just a fourth of a cup? And now I abide by serving sizes. I be like, ooh, that serving size too big. Interesting how everything changes. Interesting how everything changes. I got such a wonderful surprise for y'all today. Today is such an exciting day. And y'all are gonna see why. We gonna start the show, but y'all are gonna know why. I got such an awesome surprise. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all are really gonna be like, really? Thank you. You can't see me. So after having explained your life yesterday to those hyenas who wanted to compare their life to yours, the message that preceded was nothing short of masterful and powerful. Thank you so much. You can't see me. And somebody else left me. Teray left a super chat. So thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate that. And yesterday wasn't necessarily an attempt at me explaining my life to a troll or what have you. I don't go into that very often, but I do try to sometimes utilize certain things as a teachable moment to other people who are listening. Because some of that stuff comes from a particular type of mindset. And one of the things that I try to do on this channel is to strike down myths like we gonna do today. We're gonna strike down some myths today because the video that I shared earlier with the elderly couple, beautiful video by the way, had me thinking. And one of the things that it had me thinking about was how these hyenas lie on our elder generation. Thank you, Too Tall. How they lie on our elder generation. And it's a lot of narratives that's going on with that I've never particularly liked. So we're going to break down a few myths. One of the biggest things that modern women like to say about the older generation of women and men is that the marriages may have lasted, but under what condition were the marriages there and why did they last? And the lie that they like to do and tell is that the marriages didn't last because they were good marriages. The marriages lasted because the women were basically under some form of like tyranny and slavery of Black men during that time. So they really didn't have a choice but to be like taken advantage of or to stay there. And so because there wasn't any like love in those relationships, there weren't any happiness in those relationships and things of that nature, like our grandmothers and stuff like that were in these loveless, abusive, demeaning relationships that they didn't know how to get out of. And it's such a bald head lie. It's such a bald-edged lie. Like, that's a lie. That's a flat out lie. Let's dig into. Thank you, Miss Love Caesar. This morning's video was so sweet and inspiring. That kind of love doesn't come overnight. Thank you for highlighting a positive outcome. Thank you so much. And thank you, Kofi19. Thank you so much. Because we got to be able to highlight what you get when you're feminine, when you're a woman, when you're a lioness. These are the results that you're looking to get. Right? When you are in, and a lot of people put it in my comment section that particular couple they've been married for like 51, 52 years. That's a lot. That's half a lifetime. That's more than half of a lot of people's lifetimes. So it was a beautiful, very beautiful demonstration of a relationship. But we're going to start busting a few myths. We're going to make some people mad, and that's about it. Okay, the myths about the men. The myths that are about these men are that the men of the older generation, the baby boomer men, the men in the generation prior to them were not loving men. These men were too callous. These men did not show affection. These men did not have any softness towards their wives or anything like that. They were just these hardened, cold, unfeeling, no affection, no type of nothing types of men that were in these relationships. And we do have to go into the color purple because that is where a lot of these younger, like my generation and younger, got these ideas about what those relationships looked like. Like, yeah, the women were there, but the men were all Mr. He would have sex with her, but it wasn't any love or care or affection attached to it. So his procreation was very stilted, and it only consisted of sex for children, but it didn't consist of love, affection, care for her welfare, care for her well-being, or anything of that nature. His protection of her was very limited and was often counteracted by his abuses of her. So while he would potentially protect her from external threats, he often did not protect her from the threat that he posed to her. His problem solving was only done to his benefit. He would solve his problems, but if she had problems, she couldn't come to him or confide in him or talk to him or have any real connection on an emotional level with her husband. And his provision of her, he made work hard and provide a life for her and provide survival for her, but even that was kept to a minimum. And so she did not get any happiness or enjoyment or fulfillment out of being married in this situation, because her marriage, thank you so much, Baruch, said catastrophizing all Black relationships. Exactly. So her marriage was only about her survival. And that's the only reason why she ever would do it, because there weren't any emotional attachments, and there wasn't any love, and there wasn't any affection or emotional closeness or attachment that she could share with her husband. That is the narrative. That is the narrative. That was what was perpetuated in The Color Purple. And we highlighted, and Brother Kevin Samuels used to highlight it for this reason, because it was such a pivotal, that was a pivotal movie. That was a crucial movie. That was a cultural blow that was dealt to the idea and concept of Black marriage and Black love, that really undercut and undergirded the feminist thought pattern that was already there. So when you've already been brainwashed under a feminist agenda, you can come in with these cultural blows. You understand what I mean? You can come in with these cultural blows and really do a lot of damage. You really can do that. Right? So it was a blow dealt that all of the men of that time, of that generation, were cheating on their women. They always had a side family. They always had side children. They always had women on the other side of town. And that's a narrative that I don't really like either. Has that happened in some instances? Yeah. Was that just the norm that was going on? No. Because what that says is that these men didn't have, like that's all that they were doing. The problem I'm having with that narrative is that these men were working. These men often had 5, 6, 7 children with a woman. What time do he have to be doing all of this other family rearing and raising? These men are working 10, 12, 14 hours in a day. These men are bringing in the money to his family. He don't have the means a lot of times to be taking care of 2, 3 families, each with 5, 6, 7, 8 kids to him that are his. Thank you, E Groove. I don't really like that particular narrative because it paints all black men as these men who don't have any honor about anything. Not only are they cheaters, they're liars. So while they may stay in a relationship with you, they're also gonna do you dirty in that same relationship. So he'll be there, but you gonna suffer with him. He gonna make you suffer. He gonna drag you through the mud. He's going to drag you through the ringer while you with him. He gonna treat you so bad. You gonna have a man, but at what cost? The narrative about these men is that they were all abusive. That the men of that generation, the boomers, the greatest generation, the men of those generations were always going upside these women's heads. He was always beating her to a pulp. She was deathly afraid of him. She was only submissive. She was only quiet. She was only feminine. She was only serving him because he put the fear of God in her all the time. She was walking on eggshells all the time. These are the narratives. Thank you, Miss Lou Casey said the exception does not make the rule. Some women are experts at making the outlier the standard. Exactly. Exactly. And thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, Pharaoh Ismail. Say, Okra and her demons are making another one. After that, best of luck to the hyenas with getting a man because afterwards they're done. Yeah. Thank you, Adonis. As a trucker myself, I have to work 6 days a week, 14-hour days to make $2,500 to $4K a week. I get to be home once to maintain that. No time for a second household and no time to deal with nagging when I'm home. Exactly. And thank you so much. So what we have is we have a lot of lies that these men were always beating on these women, or they were emotionally abusive to them, or they were verbally abusive to them, to the women, to the children. to everybody that these men were basically monsters. That's what the narrative is. And that they did not honor. And the biggest one that they lie about is not only all of those qualities, but the other thing that they lie about and say is that the men simply did not honor their doting wife. When I say honor her, like they didn't respect the fact that she was a good woman. Thank you, Unity said the scheme keep them divided and we can keep them slaves. Thank you so much. That's the real crux. That's the real lie that they like to lean on. Thank you, Shifty says, sucks to say I feel this is the ABW, spiritual punishment for betraying their own men in the way that they did, lulled to sleep in their own destruction. Exactly. Thank you so very much. So that's really the thing that they like to lean on. They like to lean on these women were good women, but what did they get? They got these hard, callous, abusive, cheating men that did not reward the women for being good women. That's really the long and short. Thank you again, Adonis said we need wives who support our home while we're working. We hurt enough not being home, so to find that we will die for that kind of spouse. Thank you so much. That's really the crux. And that's what you'll hear a lot of hyenas say nowadays. What do you get for being a good woman? What do you get for being the kind of wife that our grandmothers and in some cases our great-grandmothers were? What do you get for that? Because black men just want you to be that, but they don't want to reward you for that. You're still gonna, the biggest thing that they do is they say, it don't stop him from cheating. He's still gonna treat you bad. So if you are a good woman, you submissive, you are feminine, you are doing everything that a wife should do, these men are still gonna beat on you. They're still gonna cheat on you. They're still going to drag you through the ringer. They still gonna put you through a bunch of foolishness because they're not gonna be honoring or they're not going to love you because of it. They're not gonna love you. They're not gonna appreciate the woman. They're not going to appreciate that she's submissive. They're not gonna appreciate that she serves them. They're not gonna appreciate that she raised the kids properly, or that she's a good housewife, or that she's doting, or that she, you know what I mean? That's what they say, that men don't have an appreciative bone in their body, specifically black men. Thank you, Antonio says, sister, keep on doing what you're doing. You're helping sow good seeds for our future generations. You're very much appreciated. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So much, Antonio. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Matrix. Said they compare modern time to old days. It was small towns. Everyone knew each other. No real constant transportation, no buses, trains. So cheat how? So this is what they lean on. The narratives about the women Thank you, Shocks112 said most of these chicks who are yelling this been in the academy so long, they repeat white supremacist talk points. Their bitterness just become popularized. Exactly. Here are the narratives about the women, because they not only lie on the men of that time, they also lie on the women. The first lie that they tell about our foremothers is that these women were doormats. These women were pushovers. This is where the concept of the pick me actually stemmed from. Because those women, the narrative is that those women were putting up with anything just to say that they had a husband. So with the men who are not loving, callous, cheaters, abusive, or the other one, that the men randomly would leave their family. That's another one. I can't believe I almost skipped that one. Thank you, G Money says it's a trip how they'll turn their nose up at their grandparents the whole time Papa's still taking care of Big Mama from the grave. The whole time she's begging Pookie to do the basics. Exactly. Thank you, Gregory said Crimson, this is why I appreciate you. Chantel and Shay, for example, all of you honor men. I am disappointed with some female content creators who came to the Manosphere with you and agitate a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gregory. That's another big one that I almost skipped. That the narrative about the men is that they randomly would leave their family. You know, the whole I'm going out for a gallon of milk and never come back situation. That was common. That black men would just create whole families, and then one day he would wake up that day and say to himself, I'm not coming back. I'm going to leave her to the wolves. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go somewhere else and start up a whole new family because I'm tired of her. That's another one. That narrative persists even when we talk about how black women began to choose welfare over their men. That's the other lie that they like to lean on. Well, black men left their families. It persists. I'm telling you, this stuff is persistent. So going back to the narrative that they had about the women, that the women were doormats, that they only put up with the men in order to survive because she didn't have any other outlet or any other way to survive. She had to put up with all of this foolishness that he was dragging her through just so her and her kids could have a place to stay and that they could have something to eat. So she would take that pop to her mouth. She would let him abuse the kids or things like that just because she wanted to survive and she wanted to be able to say that she had a husband. Thank you, Shocks112 say, I'll take it a step further, Greg. Many of these chicks' college education was had because of granddaddy's pension or daily paid GI Bill. Yeah, thank you. And thank you, APB said, and what's crazy is Danny Glover was actually a good father husband in real life. Right. And you had folks couldn't stand Danny Glover. That man was playing a role now. Not that man real life. One moment, please. Thank you so much. Thank you, Professor Cost. And most black women come into relationships with black men with bad intentions and contempt, using the color purple narrative as an excuse to sabotage black men. Exactly. So they only put up with the men for survival. That the women were all miserable in that marriage due to these reasons. That our foremothers had low self-esteem and that they were actually too stupid to know that they were being abused. They didn't know abuse when they saw it. They thought, because they thought it was normal and it was normalized to them, that they actually were too dumb to figure out that the way in which they were conducting themselves in a marriage and the way that their husbands were conducting themselves in a marriage actually was abusive, but the women were too stupid to know that. These are the narratives. This is why you got modern women right now saying she would never do what her grandmama did or what she watched the older women in her family do for her husband, because in her mind, this is pick-me stuff. And she's not going to do it because she know. I mean, you'll have women talking about their grandparents' marriages and they were like little bitty kids and their grandparents are passed away now. So you'll have them online on social media in places talking about when my grandmother was in an unhappy relationship. How you know? You was 7 years old. You was 9 years old. You was 6 years old. You didn't know nothing about what their relationship was. You had no idea what their relationship consisted of. They'll even try to say that about their parents' relationship. When my mom was unhappy and she was always serving my daddy, you don't know what they was doing. You saw one or two little snippets of what was going on just because you lived in the house as a child. Like, you need to stay in a child's place. That wasn't your place to figure out what they was doing in their relationship. You don't even know nothing about that. You don't know about the talks they had. You don't know about the intimate moments. You don't know about, you know what I'm saying, whether they had conflict or whether they had peace. Have no idea what your mama and daddy was going through. Your biggest problem was whether or not you had did your homework right. Your biggest problem was making sure that your progress report when you brought it home was good enough to not get you a whooping. That was what your concerns were as a child, not the condition of their relationship, because you didn't know nothing about it. Thank you again, Adonis. So here's some game. If I have to show through finances I'm a good guy to get femininity or the cheeks, most guys mark you down as a 3 or 4 as it's transactional now. This is facts. This is facts. Thank you, John. So grandma was unhappy because the cold hurt her toes. So these are the narratives. When we come back, we're going to continue to cook, but I also got a surprise, a huge surprise for everybody. Okay? So after these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay, we're downloading A-Game's formula.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Farrah Ismail said Suge Avery and Seeley love scene made me vomit. That was Why you remind me of that? I actually forgot about that. But what I didn't forget about was Iron Man was getting sturdy. And the reason why he was getting sturdy, as the young kids say, is because he had downloaded that A-game formula. The A-game, the A-game, the A-game, right? So here's the deal. We often talk about so many of these 10 life values, but right after spiritual is one of the most important, which is health. And because we celebrate our brothers on this channel, we celebrate and support their health, their overall good health, because we want to see Black men living long, fruitful, happy, peaceful lives. And one of the ways in which we support Black men leading these types of lives is through supporting his good health, making sure he ate good yesterday and you fed him a plate, but also making sure that his vitality, his energy, his strength, and his libido was boosted and supported through all natural A-game. An herbal solution for men, 21 herbs, no artificial ingredients, no inactive ingredients, right? And long lasting, doesn't have to have any side effects or anything like that. Take one, last 72 hours. You can go about your business and you will be going about your business in an A-game type fashion, right? Because you'll have that boost of energy. You'll be able to have more clarity and focus in your thought. Okay, you'll be able to, after a long 12-hour day in construction, come home and your wife give you that look and you be able to put it down over there too. You know what I mean? So in order to really help support our men's health and to become part of the A-game family, all we got to do is hit the link at the top of the chat with agameherbal.com. Also, please don't forget your 10% discount using the code Kendra10, okay? And you can have A-game delivered to you ASAP. Now, I have a very wonderful, beautiful surprise for everybody, okay? For everybody. This is something that has been long in the works. Thank you, Adonis. The Harpo spelled backwards is Oprah message. Exactly. This is something that I've been asked about. This is something that I say every day on this channel. This is something that has been long in the works. And I am like, I got butterflies. Y'all, because it is finally here. What am I talking about? I am talking about this, right? And we're going to do a real quick switcheroo update. Let me do something real quick. Here we go. Ta-da! Here we go, y'all. The book is here. Yes, Reclaiming the Black Feminine. Oh my, when I tell you that the butterflies in my stomach, okay? Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous cover. And I am ecstatic because here's the deal. It's available for pre-order today. Okay? So this holiday season, You're gonna be able to read my book, Reclaiming the Black Feminine, and you're gonna be able to change your life forever. Pre-order is today on Black Friday on crimsoncure.com. Please, thank you, Love C, for posting. The website is on crimsoncure.com. Thank you, Shots112. It's a checkmate. Somebody need to play that game over by Lil Flip for this lady. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Thank you so, oh my God. Listen, pre-order is today. Launch date is going to be Cyber Monday. Okay? That's when it's going to actually launch. Thank you, UFO. I know I'm missing a couple of super chats, and I really appreciate it. Thank Shocks. Thank you, UFO. Thank you so much. I want to thank you for your support, UFO. Listen, digital copies are going to be available for download come December the 5th. The hard and soft cover, the physical copies of the book, are going to be available to ship starting December the 15th. Okay? So the pre-order is today at crimsoncure.com. The launch date is going to be Cyber Monday. The cost of this wonderful investment is $24.97. And like I said, the digital copies are going to be available for download, like on your Kindle and things of that nature, on your Kindle app, December the 5th, so that you can be able to take it everywhere with you. Also, the hard and soft cover will be available to start shipping December the 15th, so that you can give them as gifts and things of that nature to the women in your life, gift it to yourself, however you want to do that. I'm on the verge of tears. Thank you, Farrah. So this is going to be awesome. Can Mia read it? Everybody can read it. Please pick this book up. Everybody can read it. It is aimed at women primarily, just like this channel. And the title really sums up what it's about. It is about Black women being able to reclaim their feminine energy, to embrace their femininity once again, because it has been taken from us. We have been lied to through feminism, and it's time for us to shed the lies, shed the misinformation, get rid of all of the foolishness, and really look at ourselves, really look at our families, really look at how we interact, really look and examine ourselves so that we can become so much better. Thank you, Theo Johnson. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like, I'm almost on the verge. Eventually, yeah, we will do an audible version of the book. But this is about Black women, because we can be so much more. This was a labor of love for my sisters. Let me just say that. This is a labor of love for y'all. Like, I love you. I love my community. I love my sisters. And so this is such a special moment, Such a special occasion. I'm so happy to finally be able to give access and allow pre-orders for this book. I'm so happy. I'm seeing people say that they've already pre-ordered. I thank you so much, so much. And I just want to thank everybody that had everything to do with it. The first 100 copies are going to be autographed by me. Thank you, David Tyler said, will we see you on channels to promote your book? Yes, that's coming up. We got so many things in the works, so many things down the pike that we're working on. I want to take this time out to thank my team. You know that team that I'm always referring to. They were the driving force, the engine behind making this moment happen. I literally could not have done any of this without them. Literally. The time, the energy, the work, the labor of love. Thank you, Bertram. So I just pre-ordered my copy. Thank you so much. That has gone into making this such a successful venture. The beautiful cover, so much work went into that, so much care went into that, so much energy went into that. There is not enough thank you. There is not enough thank you for me to say to them, all of them, each and every last one of them. Thank you, Eric said, you're such a blessing to all, Kendra. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I am honored for you all to be here in this moment. This is a moment that I have dreamed about. I'm like, one day I'll write a book. One day I'll be an author. One day, you know what I mean? And today is this day where that dream gets realized. Thank you, Jeffrey said, putting 5 on it for the righteous gems and jewels that you drop on us. And congrats for your book. Much love and success to you, sis. Thank you so much. I am so appreciative of all of you, of every last 82,000 of you. You come here, you support, you give your hard-earned money, your time, your energy. You share these things with people that you care about. Lives are being changed. My life is being changed too. And I am so thankful for everyone who has already pre-ordered, everybody that's gonna order, everybody that's just here sharing in this moment. Like I'm full, but it's so happy. It's so happy. This is such a joyous moment. Thank you, Child of Light said, a moment to pop some bottles with Crimson Cure class. Of course, we're done. Well done, beloved. All praise and glory to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. All praise due. All praise is due. Y'all gonna make me testify. Don't make me testify. We gonna get back to this cook though. I couldn't wait to give y'all this surprise and this news. I've been bubbling with it all week. And it's so awesome. So awesome. I'm just glad that you guys are here with me in this moment. I'm so thankful. I am so thankful. I am so thankful. Give me one moment and then we're going to come back and we're going to finish this cook. One moment. Thank you for letting me get myself together. Thank you, Dedicated. Said, good job, young lady. We're proud of your contribution and dedication to helping culture and helping our women get back on track. Crimson Cure, thank you. And thank you. You guys support, the support that I receive from you all, the support that I receive from my team is unmatched. The level of support, I could not literally ask for better support. I could not. I just couldn't do it. And I am humbled and thankful. This is such a joyous moment. I am so happy. Thank you, Chris. I ordered my copy. You've been a blessing to me. It's the least I can do. Thank you. Thank you, Cool Gents. I pre-ordered a copy. You deserve it. All praise to the Most High. Thank you so much. And thank you, Miss Lucchese. Say your husband up in heaven is celebrating this amazing success. Thank you so much. Wow. All I can say is wow. Okay. I can get myself together, y'all. I'm going to get myself together, y'all. Let's get back to this cook. Because I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer. I know I've been doing overtime consistently. Chapter discussions. Y'all ain't be putting the cart before the horse and stuff like that. Low RCS, yes, we are going to have chapter discussions. We certainly will. We certainly have that in the plan. Thank you, Bureau. Said hearty congratulations to the wonderful, inspirational, and much love Crimson Cure for your book launch. Thank you so much for the awesome support. So listen, let's get back to it. Because we really got to talk about this. The other narrative, thank you, Miss 39 Dina. The other narrative that we got, I'm good to him. You okay, low RCS. You good, sweetheart. I'm good to the man, and they take advantage of me. The men will not reciprocate. Here's my question to a modern day hyena. When are you serving men? When you serving a man? When did you do that? Y'all snarl y'all nose up at any form of service. Y'all only want to do it if you think about, oh, well, he got to fix my plate too. Or he got to give me water too. Or he got to massage me too. Or he got to do, he don't have to do those same actions. The actions that you do are in payment of the action he already doing. My man do not have to serve me plates for me to understand that he love me too. And that he honoring me too. You know what? You know how I know he done honored me already? Because he bought the food that the plate is filled with. He bought the food. He done brought it in here. It's of the highest quality. He ain't got me running around here eating canned cream corn every day. It's of the highest quality. All I done had to do was point at what I wanted. And it was there. He ain't said a mumbling word. He ain't told me no. He ain't said, I ain't getting that. But all I had to do was say, baby, this is what we want. That's too much money. He ain't grumbled. He ain't said nothing. He brought it in here. He provided me with the wonderful kitchen that I get in to cook it. With the best cookware that you cook it in. He ain't got me, you know what I'm saying, over a campfire in an aluminum can trying to heat nothing up. I got top of the line. I got state of the art. You done spent X amount of money on the plates and the spoons and the forks and the bowl and the cup. The dining room table is laid. He done already showed me he loved me by the quality of life that he providing for me, because he's providing it to the best of his ability and to the best of his provision. So you dang on right. He gonna sit there like King Tut. He can sit there and twiddle a toe if that's what he want to do. And wait on that food. He can smell it from the garage. I got that house humming. And he gonna twiddle a toe. And he gonna wait on that plate. And it's gonna be served with a smile, with love, with affection. He have a hard day. He gonna get a bath ran for him. He gonna get a back rub. He gonna get some loving. He gonna get some soft words. He gonna get some baby, I love you. He gonna get that. He ain't gonna have to beg me. I ain't gonna have a headache all of a sudden or none of that. Because I'm going to make it my mission in life to serve that man and be peace to that man. Because that's what you do. When are y'all hyenas doing any of that or think any of that? He ain't got to rub my feet too. My man come in, you sit down, I'm going to undo his shoes and undo his laces and all that. I got it. Soon as he crossed that threshold, it ain't going to be a whole lot he going to have to lift his hand to do, unless it's some man work he want to do. Because I'm going to go in there, baby, the sink acting crazy. What is doing? Leaking? Yeah. I got it. Thank you, Suave. And thank you so much, Norman.
Thank you for supporting me on my show. Okay. I just wanna thank you for helping me on my show. All right.
Thank you so much, Norman. And thank you, Love C. Said, Kendra, I'm so overjoyed for your book release. I've been blessed to experience true love and support from you. You have been the big sister I didn't know I needed. My pre-order is in. Much love and congratulations. The girl, don't make me cry on this thing, no more. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, my sister. I love you, C. I really do. I really do. Thank you, Eugene. Said, master does not reciprocate. A man does. Yeah. And when are y'all hyenas doing any of this for a man? He done already reciprocated. Thank you, Emma. I said, congratulations. I'm so proud of you, sis. Just pre-order my copy. Thank you so much. That really means so much to me. Thank you. Women have fallen for the trap of feminism, mainly the extreme selfishness, but also the mischaracterization of femininity and gender role. Femininity was craftily separated away from the gender role. Feminism demonized the gender role as bad. Why we gotta have gender role? Why we gotta do this? Why we gotta do that? And then it attached feminine behavior to those gender roles that had already then been characterized as an evil, as a negative, to make femininity negative. Do you follow me? We're not going to be long here. This is how they made femininity negative. They separated femininity away from the gender role first. Then they demonized the gender role, the very concept that there should be a gender role. Demonize that. That's bad. Right? It's backwards, old-fashioned thinking to think that because you're a man, you have to do certain stuff, and because you're a woman, you got to do certain stuff. After they demonized that, they reattached feminine behavior, traditional feminine behavior, like serving your man food, like sewing his clothes, like cleaning the house, like, being submissive and being cooperative and all of this type of stuff with your husband. Attach that to the demonized gender role. Now, femininity is negative, it's slavery, and men just want control over women, so that if a woman is soft and vulnerable, men will become tyrants over you. That's the only reason why they want you to do it, which is why I titled it Black Men Want Black Women to Be Slaves, because that is the false narrative that black women now think, that men want submissive, cooperative women just so he can stand on us. Thank you so much for all of this support. Thank you, Adonis, once again, says, sorry to interrupt. I made an error on my order for your book. My email starts with Adonis19 for order 111. Let me write that down really quickly. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know, Adonis. We'll get on that quickly for you. Thank you, UFO, once again. Said order to copy, respect. Thank you so much. Thank you, UFO, once again. Thank you, Eugene. Says funny, the God-defined gender roles get demonized. Exactly. So it's all about men just want control over you. So if you are feminine, that gives them the green light to step on you, because men are monsters. And they don't have love in their heart, and they don't have feelings and things of that nature. They prefer dumb women so that they can overtake them, so that they can control over them, so that they can rule over them, so that they can abuse them when they get ready. And this is where all of them, this is where this come from.
I said, long as you got your own house, as long as you got your own transportation and as long as you got your own income, it don't matter what a ninja got to say.
That's where all of that come from. I'm gonna tell you where that come from. You need your education so that you won't be stupid like your foremothers. That's why you need your education, so that you won't be the dumb idiot that don't know her butt from a hole in the ground. She can't read, she can't write, she can't count. Because that's how black men want you to be in order to be with them. This is why they don't like it when we say your degree don't matter. Then they go all the way to the other extreme. Well, you want an uneducated dumb woman, an unintelligent woman? No, that is not what the men said. Because a feminine woman is never dumb. Feminine women are brilliant. That's the catch-22. Feminine women are intelligent. I have never seen a stupid feminine woman. I done seen stupid hyenas, but I have never seen a stupid feminine woman. Your degree in going to these institutions and getting a piece of paper, that does not prove your intelligence. Because a lot of y'all dumb. A lot of y'all come out that classroom dumber than when you went in. A lot of y'all, that's true for a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all cannot hold a logical conversation even with letters behind your name. And that's a shame. The men don't care about the degree because of the way you act when you get it. And you didn't go and get the degree in order to be beneficial to him. You got the degree so that you can say stuff like this to him.
I said, as long as you got your own house, as long as you got your own transportation, and as long as you got your own income, it don't matter what a ninja got to say.
Thank you once again. Adonis says, rare to find our feminine sisters because they're married. We don't let them slip away unless she has a history of bad choices. This is true. And thank you so much once again for your support, Adonis. That's where that foolishness come from. You get your job and your stuff like that, not to be an asset to him, but to be able to hold it over his head. Nobody's stupid. You're getting a job so your survival won't depend on a man that already abuses you, that already disrespects you, and that is not dependable beforehand. The brainwash is both thorough and circular. You believe the narratives about black men, despite a lot of times your lived experience. You could be with a man that don't do nothing but take care of you. And you will still be in the back of your mind talking about some.
I said, as long as you got your own house, as long as you got your own transportation, and as long as you got your own income, it don't matter what a ninja got to say.
You can have a man dedicated to you, and you want that in your back pocket to be able to say that to him. Black men have never wanted to enslave black women. They just want black women to be women. It's feminism got y'all thinking that being a woman is akin to slavery. Being feminine is akin to stupidity and weakness and being unintelligent and all of this type of thing. Which is why my book is so important. Because I go through all of that in depth. So I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. But a few things that I want to bring to everybody's attention. First is the Black Lives Matter petition. We are trying to get to the next milestone of 15,000 signatures. Our goal is 100,000 signatures. We have a 6-step initiative that we are working on. A lot of these steps we're working on simultaneously. We've completed step 1 and step 2, and we're actively working step 3 and really step 4 as well. Okay? So we are attempting to support the Black community in a very meaningful, very practical way that we can see something that's tangible. We have to start giving ourselves the tangibles and not waiting on other people to give us tangibles, even when they promise them they don't give them. So it is up to us to give ourselves in our communities all across the United States the tangibles that we really need in order to move forward, in order to heal, in order to recognize how we can really get on one accord with the correct value system and really go from a state of emergency and survival to thrive, to striving and then thriving through excellence. And that's really what that 6-step initiative is about. I want to thank everyone for such generous contributions through Super Chat, through Cash App, through PayPal, for all of you who have already pre-ordered the book, all of you who are going to. Such an honor, such a joy, really very appreciative of everyone that participated, that gave their time and energy to make this happen. My hat off. My hats are off. Really and truly. And I want to thank that team from the bottom of my heart. I really do. And thank all of you. I'm going to sit here and thank y'all for the next hour. So what I'm going to do instead is I am going to wrap this up, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.